guys were top down?
Hell yeah, top down. Fucking wind was blowing through my hair. Fuck, bro.
Jeremiah just pulled up. He's got the shivvies. He was driving in a $1 million G-Wagon.
I was passenger.
In good company, my friend.
I was definitely a scrub. I was just a passenger. My best friend's ride, aka my brother.
Good company. Good company. Good company. Good company.
There's something I want to bring up because this happened to me the other day. Jeremiah's like the calmest, nicest dude, like pretty much all the time. And we're talking, and Jeremiah gives me great advice, like the best advice. But if he's driving, he'll be like, dude, listen, man, you gotta be forgiving. You gotta leave with grace. Move, bitch! Damn, move! And I'm like, Jeremiah, what's going on? You're like, she won't fucking move, man. And he's like, anyway, yeah, man, you gotta be forgiving, and you just gotta be kind. It doesn't matter. You could be talking about something spiritual or enlightening, and then you see someone driving, and
for some reason, there's something about people who can't drive. It just
makes your blood boil.
Yeah, I become a whole different person.
You are a different person.
Yeah,
like we'll be in the car and we'll just be chilling, jamming, and you were like, "Fucking move!" And you just go straight back to.
Anyways, man, dude, just love, you know,
just love, man. I think it's because we get so many people from different countries that have different driving rules. If you come from India, totally different driving rules.
When I lived in Serbia, you could park anywhere. I used to just hop on the median, park my car and get out and walk. Just no problem.
What?
Yeah. I remember one cop came at me in Serbia, stood in front of my car and stop. I was like, I'm like, nope. I didn't have my international driver's license at the time, bro. You are not pulling me over. I went right around him, dude. Red lights are suggestive there.
It's not even it's like a California rule.
You could be at a full red light. I could just be like, nah, I don't really want to sit here and wait for it. And I just go, you know?
It was $20.
I was in Puerto Rico. We were on a highway. We missed the exit to do some reverse on the highway. Like, you can't do that shit in Miami. Like, but that's how they drive, bro. It's crazy. No, I mean, listen, respect, but it's not with me in it.
I'm super excited for this episode. What are you giving 5 stars for this episode?
John and Vinny actually just opened up a market cafe in Larchmont. It's called Cookbook Marketing Cafe. Is really cool inside.
What is it? It's like you buy cookbooks, or is it like pastries or what?
Yeah, they have pastries, they have coffee. The cafe meets the market, and they have all these different fruits and vegetables and spices and things you just can't get even at Erewhon. You can't get it at where else people go, Ralph's, Pavilion. You can't get any stuff in there. You really just can't go get it.
It's like a Larchmont farm shop.
Exactly. It's awesome in there.
Same vibe.
Not as big. It's kind of its own little thing. I was in there for an hour just for no reason, like looking at dark chocolates. Bro, they have so many dark chocolates in there, and I read this study about how if you melt dark chocolate down, it can increase stem cells and all this. So I'm in there going through the cow count. Nope, 65, nope, 70. I was like, I need 80, I need 80.
80% cacao.
Yeah. Go
so
check it out.
What's the name of it again?
Cookbook.
In
Larchmont. Just
5
opened
stars.
Up. 5 stars. It's dope.
I got to try that this week.
Yeah. You know, I'm a sucker for markets. So,
heck yeah.
You know.
A nice market that has all those niche little things.
Italy, bro, like, come on.
Can't go.
What are we talking
the
about?
Best.
I'll spend my whole day in Italy and not buy a thing. I just love the smell of it and everything.
It's the best.
What's your 5 star for the pod?
My 5 stars is West Home. This is a little collaboration I did with a restaurant in Brooklyn called Bonnie's. West Home is the best Wagyu steak I've ever had.
It's great.
It's Australian. They own like 1% of the land in Australia for the... Yeah,
No, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, West Home owns 1% of Australian land.
Whoa.
It's a Wagyu company. Absolutely incredible. Jeremiah's chefed a few of them up in the backyard. They're incredible. The marbling on them.
Because Wagyu is tricky. It's a lot of fat. You got to be careful with how you cook it. You can't add a bunch of shit to it. It can actually be like really troublesome cooking those. But West Home is clean cook. It's pretty relatively straightforward. We've had some serious cookouts.
The one you did, remember in your backyard, you did like a chimichurri.
Oh, chimichurri.
The chimichurri on the Wagyu.
Yeah, I blend up some homemade chimichurri sauce.
That was incredible. So yes, my 5 star is West Home Wagyu. They have it
Gold Belly.
Gold Belly.
You can order on
you
Gold
can order
Belly.
it on Gold Belly, or you can go to a few different restaurants.
A couple of restaurants in town have it.
Yeah.
Odium
might have it.
Catch Steakhouse.
Catch Steak has it.
I mean, Catch Steak has good steak.
Yeah, not all their steak are West Home, but
No.
their Wagyu cut is West Home, and it is
Awesome.
so good. What is our movie of the week?
My movie of the week is a classic. Robin Williams, Dustin Hoffman, Julia Roberts.
I forget Julie Roberts.
Tinkerbell,
Yeah.
Hook,
Hook.
my movie of the week.
What a great movie. It is the best Peter Pan movie ever made. All the other
Easy.
ones they made are
Trash.
terrible.
Because you just can't replace Robin Williams, man. You just can't replace that. I think his name is Dante. I don't know his last name, but whoever played Rufio is just some roles just live with you forever. He's one of those guys that can never get out of being Rufio.
Yeah, Daniel Radcliffe, you're always Harry Potter. If you haven't seen Hook,
See Hook.
go see Hook. So good.
What song have you chosen for the pod this week?
For this guest and the song, I've chosen Kerosene by Yves Tumor.
Yves Tumor.
And it's a good one.
It's a dope song.
It is.
Got a lot of energy. Guitar heavy, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I found this song with you.
Where were we?
We were in Silver Lake. Great song. Definitely check it out. And again, click the link down below for the menu. That's the only place you can watch the full uncut version of the episode, as well as get the playlist that's curated every week by Jeremiah, and as well as our 5 stars with product links to all the stuff that we list as 5 stars. I am stoked for our guest, baby. Let's go.
Kind of know this guy just a little bit. Only known him for his whole life.
Back-to-back state champs, Florida Mr. Basketball Player of the Year, Gatorade National Player of the Year, McDonald's All-American, Naismith Player of the Year, First Team All-CC, ACC Rookie of the Year, top 10 draft pick, 11 years playing basketball, and without a question, one of my favorite mixtapes ever, Austin Rivers.
That was a hell of an intro. I appreciate you.
Thank you for showing up.
Thank you for blowing me up. Real quick.
Yeah. So with that being said, I want to jump into it. Who was better in high school?
This is how we're starting out.
This is how we're
starting.
doing it. Yeah, how we doing it?
Oh man, they had a good team, bro. They had a good team.
He did.
Yeah, they did. They had a good team. They went to the states semifinals.
Finally, we lost.
Finals. Oh, you
championship.
lost in the finals
They
versus
cheated.
Miami
They had,
Marlins.
we just found out 2 23-year-olds, actually. Yeah, something like that.
Okay, so he had a better team, but one-on-one, who's winning?
No, our
high
team was
school?
better. Our team was
No, his
loaded.
team was better.
My team
Oh,
was
his
loaded.
team was
Yeah,
better.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah, our team was really good.
Well,
man.
you won 2
My
state
junior year team
championships.
was nuts, huh?
Yeah.
You won 2 state championships, right?
Yeah,
went
but my
back-to-back.
senior year team was more. We were good, but my junior year was my best team. But like these guys where I'm from, they're pretty solid players. A lot of them went to college, had good careers, and obviously are doing other things now.
Me and Austin head-to-head would have been good. That would have been fun.
Yeah, that
Who,
would've been
who do you
fun.
think wins that?
Well, his team's going to win, bro. They're
No,
better.
I mean like if just
It's
pick,
tough to
pick up
outduel me.
one-on-one.
I was the way I could score the ball was just you know what I mean like
Yeah. Well, like there was pre-me before I got hurt, and then there was me after I got hurt.
Yeah, apparently you said you were just crazy quick.
I was
Like,
fast. I was
up
mad
and down
fast.
the
yeah
court.
he was.
So we're just
Okay,
gonna
good.
say it's a tie.
Nah, I'm gonna give Austin. Austin would have bested for sure.
You
I
gotta,
hate to give that up.
I mean, with accolades like that, it's kind of hard. That's crazy. I knew you were Gatorade Player of the Year. I didn't know you were National Gatorade Player of the Year.
yeah, man. That was
That's
my
a-
junior senior year. It just felt like things just kept happening. I remember getting calls. Or ESPN called me. I just got a random call and I answered, and it's like Paul Biancardi or ESPN rankings. I just want to let you know we're ranking you 1. And I was just like, whoa, you know. And you thought it was cool. In the
Yeah.
moment, I didn't realize how big it was until I started moving around and going to gyms. This is the number 1 guy. So our AAU games, which used to be
Just saying when
whatever,
you traveled with your
it
team.
became a movie, man. Like every AAU game was packed.
What was your AAU team?
It was me and Brandon Knight.
Really?
Yeah, me and Brandon Knight. We were fucking good.
And he went to what? Kentucky?
Yeah, he went to Kentucky, and he was a guy in high school too. But we were loaded. Trevor Lacey, Shane Larkin came off the bench. There was one year our team was so good it was ridiculous. We beat everybody. We just couldn't beat this team from Ohio, man. They always gave us trouble.
The only team that my team
Jared
ever.
Sellinger, bro. We couldn't beat his team. They were so good, man. It's
said
like
Jared
Aaron
Sellinger?
Kraft, Jared, like their whole team went to Ohio State. They've been playing with each other since they were like 12.
Really?
Yeah, it was like Aaron Kraft, Jared Sellinger, the guy who actually passed away, Adrian Payne.
Right.
Yeah, they had Juwan Staten. the
A
guy
lot of
who-
those teams from Indiana and Ohio, they've been together since
he
like
went to
they were
West Virginia.
kids.
The only real ballers I played with on my team, like I had Reggie. I was the only guy on our
Reggie
AAU
Jackson?
Reggie Jackson. Yeah, he was on our Colorado AAU team.
Reggie cost the shit out of me in college. We went up to Boston. We played him at IU, and I knew it was coming, bro. But man, he got me real good. He set me up, crossed me, went and dunked it. I was like, oh, we losing this game.
One of the things I wanted to bring up was I've seen so many clips of it. I mean, the first high school mixtape, funny. You play for Winter Park. There's a Winter Park, Colorado, and I thought you were from Colorado for like 5 years.
Oh, yeah?
I had no idea.
I've got that a lot, actually.
Yeah, I thought you were from
For people who
Colorado.
don't know.
But there's so many videos and like speculations and talking with nepotism with you in regards to your dad being Doc Rivers, being in the NBA, why you're there, and you're kind of villainized for that. And I want to go back and I want to read your intro again because I don't know how nepotism can even be brought up. You're back-to-back state champs for Mr. Florida, Gatorade Player of the Year, ACC Rookie of the Year, All-Team ACC, top 10 draft pick, 11 years in the NBA, and your slam cover has Anthony Davis behind you. How does it make you feel when people talk about that's not nepotism?
No,
Yeah.
no, it's
Like,
crazy.
it used to frustrate me just because, just from the standpoint of how silly it is to think that nepotism can involve in sports. It's not like a family business my dad can pass down to me and hire me. You have to have qualifications to get in the NBA. You have to be drafted. You have to have some background of you doing something successful at a high level, because it's with the top 400 players in the league. So the common consensus is I'm an NBA player. You know what I mean? So at some point, it just got ridiculous. While I was playing for him, I had my nights where it would frustrate me because I just see so much negativity. But then my pops got me to understand and realize that something that's foreign and new to people, that's not understanding people, they tend to usually start out with negativity because they don't understand it. No one's seen a player play for his dad before. It's never happened. He goes, it's never happened.
The history of the NBA, that's
never happened. No.
Especially not at that level.
Really?
Like how big Austin was.
Kobe
coming
Carl
in.
had like a couple 10 days with his dad, but like I'm talking about like playing at like a level where you're making a lot of money and have a big role, and I played there 4 years.
Yeah.
And I'm having 30-point, 20-point games that had never been done.
But it's so silly. Think about your 4 years of the Clippers. Every year your stats got better. You went from 8 points to 10
people
points
talk
to
about
12
my
to
contract.
15.
I outplayed my contract. I was making. Think about that right now. My last year of my contract, I was averaging 15 a game. Averaging 15 points per game in today's NBA gets you 60, 70 million. I look at other players that have it worse than me. They're guys that had better careers. Russell Westbrook that guy gets so much negativity. I don't even know how he handles it. He's at the point where he has to fight people when he's out there. Yeah. This is one of the greatest point guards to ever play in the NBA. Yeah, he's one of the greatest point guards to ever play.
Austin also had like a huge game with the Clippers. What was that moment when the whole arena was chanting your name?
That was my first year there.
Against the Rockets?
Yeah, that was my first season. That was like 3 months into me being there.
Put up like 25 against the Rockets in the playoffs?
Yeah, off the bench.
It was crazy.
Really?
Yeah, it was off the bench.
Who are you playing for?
The Clippers. That was my first year with the Clippers. It was like 3 months. Because I came halfway through in the season, or just before that. But that was the end of the year. We were in the second round playing against the Rockets. We blew. That was a 3-1 lead. We blew.
Yeah.
But in game 2, me and JJ went crazy.
You guys
In game
getting
3,
chance?
huh?
You guys you're getting chance?
Yeah, that's the first time I've ever gotten a chance.
Because Chris Paul was hurt, so they needed someone to come in and score, some type of guard to come in. And Austin helped propel
We were
that
up
team to
3-1.
victory.
That series ended the Clippers.
Did you get any heat for like coming out of Duke?
No.
No?
No, he didn't get the JJ Redick. Everybody hated JJ.
I feel like a lot of players that come out of Duke just get.
The Duke machine had already changed by then. Before, it was like 4-year guys. They had this whole rep. I'm saying this is what people say about Duke.
Yeah.
They weren't the state school. North Carolina was. Duke was the private school in there. You've seen the documentary about them. Like, people had a certain way about the people that go to their school there, usually are upper class, and there's a lot of resentment there. You know what I mean?
They were always good. People always hate the best.
No, that's the point number one.
Always won.
That's point number one. They're always good and
Yeah.
fucking competing for championships. So that bothers people, right? And then that machine changed because Calipari changed college sports. He went to Memphis and they started getting these one and dones, and that train started moving, and he was competing and they were winning and having chances to go to finals, and everybody's like, whoa, this is the future of college basketball, is one and dones. Calipari's the guy who started getting this machine going. Before that, teams would have a one and done here and there, but if you were a good player, you go back to school. You know, Jeff Green, they went to school multiple years. That was the thing you did. You know what I mean? And then Tyreek, that John Wall, that whole, like, it was every year. And then he had to change. His first one and done player was Kyrie Irving.
Really?
That was when the whole script changed. It was Kyrie Irving, and then me. And then after that, it was Jason Tatum, and then it was Jabari Parker. I'm not saying in order. It was Zion Williams and Justice Winslow, Tyus Jones, Emil Okafor. I said Brandon Ingram, but they had Jalen Johnson. I mean, bro, the list is crazy, bro. R.J. Barrett, Gary Trent Jr. I can name like 30 of them. It's every year. It's really Kentucky and Duke.
Yeah.
Kansas will get one here and there. Carolina guys go 2-3 years, 4 years. They don't do one and dones.
Who's the most competitive one in your family?
I don't even know. Probably Cali.
Really?
Everybody, bro. It's a war. This guy
we have
fucking
a pretty-
Monopoly, dude. This guy's a menace. Austin will go to any length possible to win in Monopoly. Then it gets competitive. As soon as the food hits the table, it's a war. You don't ask questions. You don't like. You want it first, bro? Like, hands are grabbing the fucking sushi.
And that's for like with everything.
Everything. I'll never forget when my dad hadn't played ping pong in years, and we had a ping pong tournament. Austin got to the finals against my dad. My dad is just shit talking Austin the whole time. Austin's getting more frustrated. It's taking Austin out of the game. Because my dad is like new, you know how like your pops can just grind you down. I was like, you haven't picked up a damn ping pong paddle in 10 years. How are you beating everybody? It's his mentality. It's all in his mental. And Austin's been playing Chris Paul, all the players in the Clippers.
Ping pong?
I'm pretty solid.
Yeah, he's pretty nice. Austin's pretty nice.
He did beat me. I still remember that. Yeah.
No, Austin got pissed, bro.
Yeah,
he left the house.
I hated losing it. I hated it. I think about that every now and then.
That
Yeah,
ping
that I
pong game?
lost to him. I can't stand that I lost to him.
Yeah.
Why,
He's
'cause
not,
you
he's
just
not better than me
haven't
in ping pong. You know, he's not. He's not better than me.
played- I wonder if I'd beat you in ping pong. I'm pretty
Shit,
good.
Maybe I haven't played in a while. There's a little time there where I got pretty good.
It comes down to what NBA team you're on, because some guys love it.
Really?
Like the Clippers loved it.
Some of those guys could really play. Blake was disgusting,
Really?
nasty, bro. Him and Sam Cassell. Sam Cassell is so nasty at ping pong, bro.
It's your boy.
Yeah, he's tough.
He is.
He puts like the craziest spin on the ball, bro. The way he's able to serve it. It's
How does he
nuts.
hold it? That's the guys
Holds
that
it
hold
backwards. He holds
Yeah.
it backwards, bro. Like he's like for real, for real.
Those
really?
guys,
Yeah.
when they hold it like this and it's facing that way,
He
I'm like,
throws
oh,
that
I'm
shit up
done.
and it's like weird, bro. It's like, why are you so good at this, Sam?
'Cause, like, you guys come from like the crazy, like most athletic family ever. Who's the most athletic one in your family?
Cali.
Really?
Cali.
Probably Callie or Jeremiah before he got hurt.
It's me or Cali. Cali in middle school was on pace to be 100-yard dash track Olympian. My sister was all legs. She was fast as shit, but she hated track. She didn't. My sister was the best volleyball player in the state. Won 3 state championships in a row. First person ever to get their jersey retired at high school. Before me, before Austin, before anybody, was my sister.
Really?
Yes, my sister was a monster. Dude, she could dunk a volleyball.
I don't even know the positions.
Outside hitter. Yeah, she could dunk a volleyball. She's running like a 10-7 100-yard dash. Like, Kelly was nuts, man.
What?
Yeah, Kelly was crazy.
That's so different than my family. Just so different.
Yeah, but I mean, but me at my peak, I was running like 4.3 40s. I mean, I could do about any dunk in the book. So, I mean, probably between me and Callie.
And that's okay. And then that's wild. Talking about like you guys coming from like a athletic family. Now it's crazy. She's married into the Curry family, and now they're gonna have like the most athletic kids ever. You know,
They have a chance to have some super kids.
and once Seth and Callie get married, then 2 of the great American families
really
can
good.
finally unite. So the
Some great
Rivers
American-
and the Currys.
And they can challenge each other for the Cleons for interstellar domination.
It's gonna be their kids are gonna be nuts,
Yeah, they're
like crazy athletic.
Who are you? That's like, who are you with?
Huh? Who you with? What do you say?
Larry Moss, the cousin.
Cousin Greg? Nan and Greg?
We're their nephews. They're like, cousin who? Like, cousin Greg.
Cousin Greg, the brother of Aunt Liz. No.
I'm sorry.
They're like, all right. Yeah. The brother of Aunt Liz is so funny.
Aunt Liz's brother.
It's a top 5 comedy.
Oh, it's probably my number one.
Is
You
that-
thought I'm in ocean. It's like that's one of my
It's top
favorite.
5. Top 5 comedy.
So
ever.
that'd be
It's
an
probably my
That whole
favorite
window,
one.
those years of movies, 2000 to 2010, incredible.
Yeah, like Pineapple
the-
Express, Super Bad.
Superbad was pretty good, but Wedding Crashers for me, every part of that movie is hilarious.
I wanted to ask, because I was telling Judah about it a little bit in the car or on the phone not too long ago about the Boston Celtics story. Because I know only KG and Paul have kind of talked about it when you were in high school and you challenged them to one-on-one.
Oh yeah.
How'd that go? Like, what year were you?
It's like 10th grade.
So you were about to be a
played
junior.
Yeah. My sophomore year, I took like a giant jump. My first step, I don't really know anybody who has a quicker first step than me. I've never had an issue with that. Like I've always felt, and you could ask people who play in the league, they'd say my first step has
Yeah.
always been top 5 in the NBA.
I also got
That's the
leave
just
NBA.
gone
Yeah,
by you.
yeah.
That's why they call him Hezzy God.
Hesitation stuff, changing speeds type shit. That was my game.
Yeah, but you're in high school playing like NBA champs. How did that go?
Well, they didn't realize. I don't think when you're in the NBA, they're not following high school basketball. So I think they knew I could play.
They didn't really know.
They also would only see me once or twice a year. So the last time they had seen me was like the previous year. I was like barely dunking. I could barely.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when I'm now moving and going to the basket and like jumping, they're like, "Whoa!" You know what I mean? It was
Who'd you play first?
Perk.
You wiped Perk.
Kendrick
Yeah,
Perkins?
I cooked him. Yeah, but we played like 4.
Awesome.
So
Dude, he's a big dude.
I know, but like I'm going around him or I'm shooting 3. I made it was like 4 straight. So
And then
we
who was the next one?
Paul came out there for like 2 seconds and had shoes untied, and then I like hit him. I was like, I'm going hard, bro.
Yeah, Austin's
Yeah,
trying
we-
to prove something.
Especially after I hit like the first 2 or 3, he was like, okay, you know what I mean? They start like,
They started hyping it up.
then like, then it just got more and more intense. And then Paul came out there with the shoes untied. He said, let me see. And I hit him with something, step back, bah. Then he was just like, shit, I'm gonna holler at y'all, boy. He was like being funny. And Tony Allen's on the sideline, like gassing it up.
Gassing. And then KG comes out.
So then KG comes out and he was like, fuck out of here, man. He goes, you ain't about it. Just who the fuck you think you are? Soft ass nigga. And like he's like tying up his shoes. And I'm just sitting there like, oh shit. So he ties up his shoes tight. He checks the ball like in my chest. And I do my little. I have this double shimmy I do on everybody. It's a double hezzy jab. And I rock him with that shit. That motherfucker was like, I mean, he ran for it. It was so funny, bro. I hit him with that shit, bro. That motherfucker moved the opposite way. I went to the basket. He was behind me. I jumped so high. I remember I wanted to dunk this so hard. I jumped so fucking high and punched it. I dunked it so hard. I remember my hand hurt after. But everybody's like, like everybody,
And you're a junior.
huh? Yeah, I'm a junior in high school. So everybody started going crazy.
And Tony gassing this out. Tony,
Oh,
you know Tony Allen?
Tony's
He
under the
gassing.
basket, like jumping, like they're like doing the crying, laughing and stuff. And I'm smiling, man. I'm so happy
Yeah.
right now. I'm like, damn. And then KG just turned it on, bro. He grabbed the ball and
How many points did you get off initially?
scored twice.
You scored
Because
twice.
I scored
2 times in
again
a row.
after that.
So you're playing winners.
He grabbed me and I'm like, he's like in me, fouling me. I drove and I pulled back and I stepped back, fadeaway. He's like, bah. He was like, shit. That's when he got real competitive, man. He like, I gave him the ball and we're like dry. I'm playing, bro. He's fucking sliding his feet. And then I go to the basket and he packs my shit to the wall. He goes, yeah, pussy. Yeah, pussy. I got him, Paul. I got him, Paul. Paul is like, get his ass, KG. Then I talk, then they like mental. I'm like, bro. And then he's backing me. I mean, I can't.
Yeah,
Kevin
what?
Garnett. He checked the ball. He didn't even shoot jumpers, bro. He's boom, like shoulder in my mouth, like boom, dunk, pussy, check up. Paul like, hey, sweet no more, huh? Yeah. They got me, bro. He won. He scored 4 straight, 4-2. I had no chance.
I mean,
guarding
there
Kevin
was a
Garnett.
year or two after their NBA change.
Bro, think about that was in there. That was during.
that was during
That was during.
That was during
era.
the title years. Yeah,
That was title. That's 2010. That was title years.
That's intimidating.
I couldn't. Once KG turned it all the way on, I didn't stand a chance. You know,
Yeah.
he
Think
was-
about that experience. Austin's coming in as a player in high school. He's going up against KG, Pierce.
Yeah, and there's no wonder you were a McDonald's player.
Like,
Like, what?
Well, that was my first time ever doing that. I never grew up playing around those guys, man.
the confidence you come out of that, like yo.
Oh no, I
low-key.
thought I was on cloud nine. I left that court like, oh, I could play pro now. I was like, I could go right now, and I couldn't. I was a sophomore, becoming a junior, so I couldn't play in the NBA. But
you would have been top 5 draft
Wait,
pick.
dude.
after my senior year,
Yeah, if they didn't have that rule, Austin would have come out.
I would have went higher. I would have went higher for sure. I would have been top 5.
But you had a great year at Duke.
I did.
That's the hard part of
They
getting
they
drafted.
changed me to a whole different type of player. It was very hard on me. And then I took like a whole steps back, and I finally got my confidence back with the Clippers, and then was able to be a role player who was stable after that.
Yeah.
But you only get those first couple of years to be a star. After that, you're known. This is what you are, and then you have to work with that and get better at that. But after that, I was never going to be a star. We got drafted by New Orleans. Once that didn't get worked out, my next team was the Clippers. They had Chris Paul and Blake Griffin and Jamal Crawford, JJ Redick. They're trying to win a championship now. I wasn't going to come there and become a star. They already had them. Then after that, I went and played with DC. They had John Wall, Brad Beal. They already had their stars. Then after that, I went to Houston. There's James Harden, Chris Paul again. They had their stars. At that point, it's done. You know what I mean? Like,
Right, yeah.
I felt like I could be this type of scorer in the NBA. And I knew I could because then years later, I went to LA. That same year, I got traded from New Orleans. And I'm having 25-point games in the playoffs. And this is off the bench, 17 versus the Spurs, 25, followed it by 18. I had 11 game one. Like, I'm putting up numbers. This again, I'm just a role player.
Yeah.
But like, I'm a guy playing 20 minutes at night, 25 minutes a night, putting up these type of numbers in the playoffs.
Yeah, that's hard to come
And
off
I
the
couldn't get
bench.
minutes for New Orleans, bro. You know what I mean? Couldn't even get a minute. So it's just like, it was tough. But it helped me, and there were blessings I got out of New Orleans. Monty has helped me become a much better defender, which helped extend my career for a substantial amount of time. So, everything positive comes out of it.
I mean, what's the average span for an NBA career?
I think it's like 4 years.
4 year. How,
Not even, I don't even think now, but especially with how young it is.
Yeah, that's crazy. In your career, what was like your highest point in your career?
Highest point of my career would probably been, man, career-wise, had to be my time with the Clippers in terms of just my role. And that team was so good my first year and a couple years after that. And then my 1 year with Houston, we were really good. I had so much fun playing with that team. That team was such a blast. In terms of like me being the happiest I ever was, probably was Houston.
Yeah.
I had already like solidified myself in the league at that point. I got over all that, had a role. We had a really good team, and I loved Houston. I'm in love with the city of Houston. Had a good rental spot. I had the whole set. Like Houston was just like, I had a very good time there.
Yeah.
I enjoyed going to work every day, playing for that team. It was fun, playing under Mike D'Antoni and all those guys.
You bought out for both those teams. I mean,
Yeah,
even
Houston-
last year with the Clippers, you were averaging 15, and
Yeah.
remember that stretch you went on, where it was like 35,
I
38.
got hurt. I missed 18 games.
And you got hurt.
But I had like 30, and then I got hurt. Then I had 37, and then I followed it up with 38. And then we played the Lakers at home at LA the next day.
And you scored
And I had like 15 in the first quarter.
I was
bro.
saying 15 in the first. So
I
about
was
to go
going-
for another 30,
I was
40.
probably going to go for a 40 point. I thought I was going to break my I was gonna get a career high that night.
Yeah.
I could feel it. I was just in this mode, man, where I was felt like high school again. Just the confidence was. I felt every time I was out there, I was like mismatch, just cooking people, bro.
Austin
like,
was
I got this
cooking
guy.
it. I was
Yeah.
watching that game live. I was like, yo, he's about to go for 40, bro. He
Yeah,
got
bro.
15 in the first. Like,
Yeah, I was
Austin's
going
about
crazy. Stepped on someone's foot wrong, and I did something to my Achilles, bro. Like it was my ankle bone back here. It was like something crazy. I was out for like 18 games. They had to like unlock it. It got like locked and shit. It was so weird. It was a weird, freaky injury. But I was out for like 20 games with that, man.
Yeah.
That sucked. But
That hurt
yeah,
that
that was probably my
momentum?
highest time. My lowest time would probably be my time in New Orleans. I mean, there's just no other way to put it. My time in New Orleans was really rough, followed by DC. DC was really rough. It was right after the Clippers. I was having a lot of success in the league. And I went to a team that was about a year away from blowing up. They had a lot of stuff going on there. And I kind of got like thrown in the volcano right before it erupted. And then as it erupted, now that I'm there, I'm part of it. And it didn't do me any good.
What was crazy was Austin was averaging 15 coming off a career of the Clippers, and Ballmer made the Clippers trade him.
Why?
You know, I think after that team didn't work, I was the last person on that team really that was there. Everybody else was gone. You know, they had got rid of Blake. You had got rid of Chris. You had got rid of JJ. Jamal was gone. Matt was gone. DJ was gone. Everyone was gone.
There's a bogus article that came out like, oh, Chris Paul.
That was Michael Eaves'
Michael
fucking
Eaves, yeah.
scumbag article.
Yeah.
Lazy reporting. He like wrote it on his Facebook and
He did.
it went viral. And I don't even know him. I've never met him. Never had a conversation. He's like putting an article together about my personality. It was like just some really bad bullshit journalism. But you know, that's old and forgiven. And
Is that the type of stuff that happens early on in your career and affects you, and then you get to a point where you're just like, none of this?
Yeah, I would.
fucking
I
noise
could give a
matters?
shit if that guy wrote an article about me. I mean, we're past it too. He's past it. I'm past it. He said some stuff to my dad and apologized years later. I've never talked to him, but he's actually a colleague at ESPN now. I don't have an issue with him anymore. This is
You walk by him in the hall.
it's like 8 years. Yeah,
Give him a
give like
little fucking shoulder.
You ever seen Entourage?
Yeah.
You ever seen Entourage? Like, when you walk by him, give him a little elbow to the head. Remember Harvey Weinstein?
I love that.
Whatever his name was.
We
Harvey.
were just talking about that the other day. That
with
Harvey episode
with Rob.
Yeah, with Rob.
He said, give him a little elbow in the head. Walk the fuck.
Oh, work on this time again.
You your job is finished.
That's your favorite show ever.
Entourage is one for me.
One.
Two would be Office.
See, Brock told me to watch The Office. I need to get in there and watch that.
You have to be into it though. Otherwise, if you're not gonna like,
I've seen
you
a
have to
few
get
and I
like 4
love
or 5
them.
episodes and really buy into Michael Scott and like it because the storyline does go in order. So like just following this guy's just insanity of a boss. It's so funny, bro.
I like this style. What do you call that? Like dry humor, I guess, kind
It's
of.
very
at times.
dry.
It's dry,
He
yeah.
is.
Yeah, it's very
He's
dry.
great.
It's definitely one of my favorite shows ever. I'd probably put it like number 2. Office is number 2. Entourage is 1 for me. The Wire would be 3.
Wire's
Game of
good.
Thrones would be 4. Ending sucked, but the show was incredible. 5 would be Breaking Bad. Those are my 5. Those are my 5 favorite shows of all
The
time.
Wire with that freaking Maryland accent. That's a hard one.
Wire's incredible.
The Austin's Maryland accent is nasty, bro.
It's
The
so
San
hard to
Francisco
do.
accent.
Can you do it?
Nah, Sam would never forgive me, bro.
It's so I can't even
It
like.
is.
I could do most of them. I can't do.
Well, I can only
can't
do his
Maryland.
voice.
But the way he says too, like
Two.
yeah.
How do you say it?
They say like 2. It'd be like, yeah, I got 2. You got 2 things that you got to do. When your father puts you in the game, we talk. Gotta understand you gotta do what he tells you to. Otherwise, you gonna put your sorry ass on the bench. All right? Fuck you talk about. I used to love Sam, bro.
That's a hard accent to do.
That was my coach when I
Holy
played
cow.
there. Sam was my coach because Doc was my dad. He would actually over yelled. He treated me. So this shit was harder than anybody else, bro.
Yeah,
Like the motherfucker was
really?
overanalyzed everything I did.
really.
But instead of him doing it, it'd be Sam. Like I'd come out of the game, I'd be like, why am I coming out of the game? Sam would be like, cause you went 2 for 12. Sit down. He kept it real every time.
I
Or
love
he'd be
Sam,
like, cause you
bro.
fucking hack it. Fucking hack. Sit the fuck down. I don't want to hear that shit. I'd be like, he did that with everybody though. He did it with DJ Blake. He'd be like, man, the fuck you taking me out for, man? Y'all wonder why we lose games. You know, Blake would say something slick.
Yeah.
Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, it was so funny, bro.
Dude, I used to love Sam Cassell.
Bro, Sam was instrumental. I think he was a huge like proponent of Austin's growth in the NBA because
Bro, man.
Sam was such a good NBA player, dude.
We had a
Oh,
wild
he was
team.
so good.
We had a wild team.
Yeah, y'all had a
wild
wild squad,
team, bro. We had some characters, good guys.
Yeah.
All of them good guys, just characters, bro. You know,
Yeah.
Nate Robinson's a great guy, but he's a character.
Big
You know, we had
Baby.
Matt Barnes, Big Baby. At one point, we had Josh Smith. Blake Griffin, DJ, Chris, JJ. There's a lot, Jamal. There's a lot of different. Just like everyone's just different. You know what I mean? Like that was quite the environment. Raymond Felton was in there for a little bit. Allen Anderson.
I always
You know what I
loved
Oh man, I
Cassell.
forgot
though.
how Allen
Yeah, like
Anderson-
that.
Cassell was with
Dad.
KG, right?
Yeah, with Boston.
In Boston, or was he with him with the Timberwolves?
Was he with the team? Oh yeah, he was with
Cassell.
Cassell. He was with
KG. Yeah, hell yeah.
That was the first basketball game I ever went to. My
They were
first
nice as hell.
basketball
That's why they were
jersey.
tough.
My
It's him,
first
KG, Sprewell, Zerbia.
Latrell, bro. I used to love Latrell Sprewell.
They replaced Terrell Brandon.
My
Terrell
first
Brandon was
jersey
there
was
early
his.
on. They got Terrell Brandon to get traded, and then Sammy came on after that.
That's right.
Sammy was tough.
When Sam used to hit big shots, he used to do the big balls.
Yeah, he created the big balls dance.
You ever seen Big Balls Dance?
This one?
Yeah, that's his.
Sam Cassell created that
Yeah.
shit, bro.
And he didn't get fined back then, huh?
No, back then you could punch someone and get attacked.
Yeah.
Now you get punched someone and you're like a vigilante.
Yeah, the NBA used to be.
You're a vigilante.
If you sock somebody in the face, they'd be like, "Oh, this guy's a terrible guy, man." Like,
You'd probably get
can't control his
charges.
emotions, bro. In the '90s, they would duke it out, and the rest would be like, "Go to your benches. All right, tech, play ball."
What's your favorite basketball memory? Like you doesn't like high school, college, NBA. I know what mine is.
I know what mine is
You know?
watching you.
Okay.
Well, I know what mine is. I don't know what yours.
I know
is.
mine is. Yeah.
The most craziest moment I ever had is the Carolina shot. But the my favorite memory is probably just like my first ever state championship. I just wanted that so bad. We hadn't won one yet. Won a park. We hadn't won one. I just wanted that monkey off my back. I was a junior. I was top rated player in the state. And I was going against Shane, who's another good guy. I was like, I got to win the game. I have to win. But the Carolina shot was like the craziest thing I've ever done. I mean, that was.
Is that your favorite
Carolina
memory?
Duke game.
That's my favorite memory. I
was buzzer beater.
I was screaming.
Yeah, that was at the buzzer. Yeah, that was at the buzzer.
I
it
call
was
game.
nuts. How? I mean, you're a freshman.
Yeah.
Was that drawn up?
Hell yeah. Go get he was like, if they miss, he's like, Coach K was like, go get the ball, run this play. He goes, just make a read. He just looked at me and said, make the read.
Because you're down by 2.
Yeah,
You
we
knew
were down
he was
by
gonna
two.
Your
shoot
read
it.
is either
Everyone
going.
knew I was gonna shoot
Your
it.
read is
Yeah.
going to the rack.
That's why Andre came off the down screen. He wasn't even running hard.
Yeah.
He's like, bro, I already knew you weren't passing the ball.
Did you know it was a pull up or?
Hell yeah, I was going for the game.
Yeah,
That's why
you
I called Zeller up. I got Zeller up. I was like, because they were switching everything.
Yeah.
So once Reggie pulled off, I was like, I'm gonna get my shot off because he's already on his. Once I saw he was on his heels, I was gonna get to my little hezzy pull up. I was like, I'm going for the game. I just shot that shot the game before and missed it. We lost to Miami by 2. We were down 2, and I got Shaquille Johnson. He was a big ass center that played for Miami. I got him on a switch. I did my between the legs step back, and I shot it at the buzzer and missed, and we lost.
Is it funny?
And
no
after the
one
game,
remembers
people were like,
those.
it's a bad shot. Should have just went for the 2 to tie and go to overtime. Like I had a lot of people saying that. And then it's crazy. The next game was Carolina game. And I had that exact, I come off a switch. I'm like, holy shit. This is like, I remember thinking in the moment for a second, like, fuck, am I going to do this again? It's the same position. And then I backed up and Steph's like, shoot.
Seth, who's married to our sister, now was in the corner.
Wait,
like-
you guys were on the same team?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're
I
on
did
the same
not
squad,
know that.
bro.
What?
Yeah, crazy.
I had just gotten out for surgery on both my ankles, and so I couldn't go to the game. And I was watching the TV at the crib, and as soon as I saw Austin back up, I already knew what movie he was going to do. Is we call it like T-Mac Hezzy. T-Mac used to like come at you and like kind of bring the ball up and like go like this, like as if you were going to drive and then pull up.
Hezzy pull up.
The hezzy pull up.
It's just a hezzy pull
Bro,
up.
I
But
knew Austin.
most people do it from the left side, especially right-handed guys.
Yeah.
Most right-handed guys go from the left, like they're going to do a crossover and go into a hezzy pull-up. Going right into it from the right is really quick and it's like off guard. It's awkward.
It's hard to block it.
Yeah, it's just unexpected. If he was like see me winding up, he can maybe think I'm going to do the pull-up. I like looked like I was going to drive and went right into the jump shot. So he wasn't going to block it.
I knew that shit was money.
I was screaming.
And that shit barely hit the net.
College history.
Bro, as
that's
soon as
it.
that ball left my hands, bro, I remember it feeling good. I was like, please, God, bro. Because it felt good.
I knew it was going in. Like I mean, I don't know how it
It
was
was
for you,
nut- it was
but I knew
nuts.
it was going in.
Yeah, man.
You're both ranked. It's North Carolina Duke. I can't think of a bigger. What's a
better.
bigger
No, man, that was
college matchup?
everything. Dickie V doing the game. It was like, bro, that was a game, bro. I came back and they were talking. They did a great job announcing it. That play, the way they announced it. Dickie V set it up. This kid said he was going to make a difference in today's game, and he has. Can he make a difference again? That was the broadcast before I shot the shot. He's like, he shoots it, and then they're both like, he does. Like it was like just they crushed it.
How was that dog pile?
Oh, that was nuts, bro. I was,
Like, are you at the bottom of that dying?
Bro, I could barely breathe because I was screaming so hard. I was like, yeah. When I hit the shot, I still thought there was a little bit of time left. So I hit it, and I was mean mugging the crowd. And then I turn around, and they're grabbing me. And I was like, oh, game's over. That shit was at the buzzer. I didn't even hear the buzzer. It was so quiet. The buzzer went off It was like a fucking, I could hear a pin drop in that damn gym. It was dead silent. All I could hear is like this little Duke section. My dad was going nuts over there. Him and my sister, they were
They're
like,
going crazy.
They were there.
yeah, oh yeah, it was great. My family was there, and it was insane, man. And I remember my teammates were the ones talking crazy, like to the crowd. I was on the ground. I just hear Quinn, fuck y'all niggas talking what? Y'all thought my nigga y'all nigga got nobody guard him. Quinn was my guy, bro. Still is my guy. Quinn was talking crazy shit on the way out. You see him grab me. He's like, told y'all, we got one. We got one. Quinn was gassing me up. I was Alex Murphy, bro.
Alex Murphy.
I remember getting to the locker room. Alex was like, please, bro. Please, you know how much pussy you're going to get me tonight. Please take me out, bro. He's like, please take me out, bro. He goes, I know you're not that guy. I know you're not into drinking. Just stand by the bar. Just stand the fuck right there and let me put my arm around you and just tell him we did it, bro. He's like, he goes, I'm going to crush, bro.
He's asking for that Johnny Drama fallout.
Oh, bro.
He's giving me like the whole speech, bro. It was so funny, man.
But then I got crazy when y'all pulled up. Y'all probably couldn't even get off the bus without being mobbed.
Bro, there was like 10,000 people when we pulled up back to campus. There was like 10, 15,000 people. They were burning benches and burning cars. And I went to my dorm room, bro, and there was like 5,000 people outside in front of my dorm room to get to my dorm room. It was nuts. I couldn't get in there. It took me like 2 hours to get to my room.
Jeez.
Yeah, and I remember just walking through and people were like, just grab it. It was nuts, man. And
Have you ever had that before?
Not. I've gotten like just autographs and stuff. Like in high school, I'd go places and it was a zoo, but nothing like that. Like 10. I mean, bro, they were burning cars and shit, man. Like I was like, whose car is that? You know what I mean? Like
Someone's car.
someone transported that car to that day. Like someone just burnt it out of happiness. Like just some nutty shit.
How was playing for Coach K? I heard I've heard some funny stories about him.
He was incredible.
Really?
Yeah, really a good mentor and a guy who's I always thought, he was good with X's and O's. He wasn't the greatest X and O's coach I've ever been a part of.
Motivator.
He was probably one of the greatest motivators I've ever been around in my life.
Like speeches.
Just the way he could push you to like want to die for him.
Yeah.
Really?
Bro, he was very willful. I mean, just very powerful. His words and the way he went about it, the way he moved and the way he talked, he was a very powerful man. I mean, this is why he's Coach K. That's why he got the USA job. He's the only guy they felt could control these personalities, bro. They put him in the room with LeBron and Kobe and all Carmelo and bro. That was hit. They gave it to him. The Redeem Team was for a reason, bro. That guy walks in a room and they all look at. He just commands this respect, bro.
Yeah,
he just has it. Walks in the room and the room's just different.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Really?
Nutty shit, man. He was tough, man. He would tear guys down.
Unless y'all lose on his grandson's birthday.
Yeah, that story was nuts. We lost on his grandson's birthday, and he asked us before the game. We played Temple, and he was like, let's go out here. He brought his grandson in. He goes, come in. He goes, it's my grandson's birthday today, so we're going to go out there and get this win for him, and da-da-da-da-da-da. We're all like, yeah, we're going to beat the shit out of Temple, bro. We were like, all right, cool. When he's like, go give everybody a high five. And he was like, when is my birthday? He's like, everybody was like, cool, man. And we went out there and got our ass whooped. Temple was cooking us. They had guards giving us shit. I was guarding guys I never even heard of. They're hitting fucking pull-up three. It's one of those games, bro.
Yeah.
It was just like, oh, shit, what's going on? We ended up losing. And he comes in the locker room, and he was shaking how mad he was. His face was beet red. I was actually nervous for his health. He like walked in the game, the way he looked, bro, he was like, you fuckers, you selfish pieces of shit. I was like, holy shit, bro. He was looking at us. He was like, I asked you to do one thing, just one thing, to win on my grandson's birthday. He goes, now, because you guys are losers. I was like, we're all sitting in our chair like, it's like, now because you guys are losers. Every year for the rest of his life, every birthday, we're going to look back and think how you let him down. You guys let him down. I was sitting there just like, holy shit, bro. He started breaking shit. He's like, good. We landed at like 3 a.m. He's like, get your shoes on. I was like, oh man, we're about to practice.
And did you?
For like 20 minutes. It wasn't that serious, but he was just disappointed.
That's so. I wonder if
we started out the game. It was a catastrophe. We played a prank on Seth before we went out to the game. We all said we were going to run out. So we all pretend to run out and stop, and everybody stops, and Seth's just running, and he's running, and then he gets to half court, and no one's there. And somehow Coach K got this whole thing on record. So after we lost, we practiced when we landed. It was at 3 a.m.
Nah.
He tells us we leave practice at 3 a.m. He says to be back at 7. This is 4 hours sleep, bro. Come back at 7. He tells everybody to meet in the locker room. We're all in the locker room. It's pitch black in there with the screen down, and it's paused. and all you see is Seth paused walking out of this tunnel and us in the background all covering our faces. And we all sit down and he goes, whose idea was this? And it was dead quiet and everybody's like, he was like, okay, we'll just sit here and wait until one of you confess. He goes, whose idea was to do this? He goes, this is the shit that loses games. He goes, this is where I wanted. He goes, I went back and watched the warm-ups and see how you guys warmed up. I want to know where the fuck we began. He goes, but I found it. He goes, it didn't take me long. And he plays the clip in slow motion of us in the background just crying, laughing.
And Seth's just
Seth's just in no man's land, just running out to half court, bro. And it was the funniest. I mean, I was trying everything in my soul not to laugh.
whose idea was it? Did
It was,
anybody?
it was upperclassmen.
Yeah.
And I think Miles took a bullet for it. Miles, because it wasn't Miles. Miles goes, it was me, coach. And he goes, I know it wasn't you. He goes, but thank you, Miles. You can leave now. Miles leaves the room. He tells him to leave the room, leaves the room. He goes back, who? Who did it? And everybody's like, it was just a team decision. We all did it, coach. We all did it. He's like, get the fuck out of here. We ended up having to run. He just put us on the line and made us run. Just went and ran. We had a lot of stuff like that, though. He would motivate you. He'd push you. He used to say things to me in practice just to let me, like, yeah, I think now looking back, he was trying to just have us practice humility. We were a bunch of cocky kids, thought we knew everything. And he was just like, bro, y'all haven't done shit, man.
Yeah.
It's like, he used to tell me that in practice. He's like, Austin, you have not done shit. He goes, you're a good high school player. Cool. He'd like start clapping my face. He'd be like, cool. He's like, oh, I'm a top ranked player. Say, look at you. He's like, Brad Beal's outplaying you. Anthony Davis is outplaying you. Like, he pushed me in front of people.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, man. Called me out, tell me I'm lazy, this is that. Even though I wasn't, I was working my ass off, but he just wanted me to, like, that's just what he would do. It gives you, like, it makes you want to fucking work harder and run through a wall.
It does.
It also makes you be able to take some shit. Like, bro, today's day, everyone is so coddled, man.
It's
like,
so
you be a
soft.
fucking pussy.
Yeah.
Oh, I think about my
Can't say
childhood.
anything to anybody, can't do anything to anybody. You'll get, that guy was abusing those guys. And I'm not saying his way was right,
Right.
But like.
But yeah, now you get in trouble for
Yeah,
if you're spanking your kid. I remember when I was about to get spanked, I'd run upstairs, put on 30 pairs of boxers.
30 pairs.
I would just put on as
just
many
fucking with you.
layers as I could.
Totally kidding.
And eventually my dad found out. You couldn't do that now. You're going to jail if you do that.
Remember I asked Spencer, my little brother, I told him I'd buy him a pair of Gucci glasses if he let me brand him. And I didn't even think it'd be that hot.
Austin used to do this thing where he would be like, I'll get you this, but you got to do this.
Yeah, I'd torture people for items. I went through a phase of that.
You did.
I went through a phase of that.
I went through a phase of like, I told my friend, I was like, I'll give you $2,000 in Adidas money if you swim to that island and back. And it was like 3 miles.
And isn't there like alligators?
Yeah, my friend almost like drowned in the water.
there's
He's swimming
alligators.
for his life for this Adidas gear. He's just like,
And Austin's in a kayak talking shit.
I'm in a kayak next to him, splashing water on him, and I'm like, whoa, what's that? He goes, don't do that, please. I was gonna give it to him anyway. I'm Coach K, man. I just wanted to push these people there. That's all it was, bro. I just tried to push these people to the brink. That's all I was trying to do.
I wouldn't do that for 50 grand.
I didn't realize how hot the spatula was, man. I lit that sucker up, bro. I turned the stove on, and I had that thing, and we're having a mid-conversation, and he tells me to stop, so I pull it out. He's like, I was like, how long? He's like, 2 seconds, 2 seconds.
So
Bro,
Spencer pulls down his pants like
right,
our little brother.
just his right ass cheek.
His right
And
ass
I go,
cheek.
bro, when I'm telling you the way this kid screamed, I felt
I was there. It was
I
crazy.
felt we laughed for like 10 seconds and then it got serious. I saw this thing swell. I mean, it was
we panicked, bro.
clear spatula on his ass, and it's swelling and bleeding, bro. Like swelling and bleeding, like a real brand.
And how old are you?
And I looked at that damn spatula and it was red, like a fucking iron, bro. Like
Yeah.
I felt like a blacksmith in there, just like putting it down. And it was my little brother, and I had to do. He did this for some glasses. I felt terrible. That was after that.
That's one of those things as the older brother where you're like, no, do it to me. Just because you don't want to get in trouble.
No, I wouldn't. He wouldn't. That was after seeing that. He wasn't touching my ass with no spatula, bro. That wasn't happening. I felt terrible doing that. We're just goofing around, being funny. Like
we just being.
we got it from like Jackass or some shit. We watched like a Jackass movie, and that's how you remember that was
yeah.
like a big thing. Jackass
yeah.
back in the day, like those movies crushed, and people would like go do wild shit. When I first got some money to throw around, that's what I was.
You're like, Gucci glasses. I got you.
Yeah, I was like, I'll get you some Gucci glasses. I'll give you some Adidas money, but you got to swim to that island and back. It's just,
You gotta burn your ass with a spatula.
Dude, we went through that too. Like my friend made me shoot myself with a BB gun.
Nope.
And I did it. And I remember like it was, I put it like this far away and I
From
had
your
it.
stomach?
Yeah. I had to shoot myself like this. He was like, do it for like $100. I was like, okay, I'll do it. And I remember I had to like
$100
dig.
is
I had to
just-
like dig this little BB out for
I'm
like
actually judging you.
an hour.
$100.
$100? What the fuck? This guy went from 30 pairs of boxers to a pelt in his chest for some Mike and Ike's.
Oh, dude.
Fuck, I don't understand where he came
I
from.
grew up in Colorado. We used to have rock wars. That's what we would do. We would throw rocks at each other for fun. And it was pretty fun.
Hell no.
Different upbringing in Colorado.
That's a tough game.
it was
Losing in that game means you got pelted in the face by a rock.
Oh, yeah.
The stakes are too high.
Stakes are way too high.
Stakes
Well, that's
are way
how it
too high in a
was.
game like
It,
that.
it was Jackass. We watched them do stupid stuff. And we're like, oh, let's do
That was a
stupid
phase. I
stuff.
mean, that was a phase, man.
It was
People
a
did some
phase.
wild stuff. I mean, we're back in it now. Social media. People do everyday things for attention now.
People doing wild shit now on social
Well,
media.
now it's just like the pranks can get a little scary because you don't know who you're pranking.
Yeah.
Or like when a guy goes up to a girl and just says something disrespectful to him in front of his boyfriend to see what he'll do. Like, what are we doing here?
yeah.
We know a guy who crashed a plane and is going to prison.
Oh, he's going to prison. Yeah,
Yeah.
he crashed a plane on purpose and like started a little fire. Could have.
Yeah, it's Judas' friend.
yeah. We're gonna
Yeah, that's crazy.
hopefully have
man.
him
Jumping
on,
out of a
but-
plane and crashing it for some views. I mean, I respect
The
it in some
commitment's
weird
crazy.
way, but like, yeah, the commitment's there. The idea, the execution just wasn't there.
Dude,
You know what I mean?
You can see like the
It's like when Jake Paul with that Forrest, bro. Like
Yeah.
he
Oh,
was
yeah.
trying to do the craziest thing, but like, brother, like you just
Crossed the line.
Well, that was crazy, but
That was like
that
what, the
took him back
Japanese
for like,
Forrest?
bro.
That,
Talk about
that
a
almost
comeback.
killed him. Yeah,
He's had a crazy comeback, man. He went from that to like sells out WrestleMania every week to people in fucking Mississippi and shit.
Dude, the WrestleMania stuff is. I've never been a huge wrestler, but now I'm like after seeing Iron Claw,
Yeah, Iron Claw
I'm like,
was so dope.
have you seen that yet?
No, I haven't. People talk about it.
This was so good.
Zach.
Efron, yeah, Efron
He
and
crushed it.
Jeremy Allen White.
He's a good actor.
He is good,
Great
man.
actor.
Zach's
And
a
I'm like,
great
I need to
actor.
get into.
He was great in the
Wrestling.
what was it? The not Dahmer, but
Yeah, the other one.
Ted Bundy.
Bundy.
He was great in the Bundy
he was
Bundy
great in
series.
Bundy.
He was great. No,
Me and Austin never been in a fight.
not a serious one.
No, not a serious one.
Physical?
No.
No. I didn't really. We didn't fight other people.
We fought other people.
Did you together?
Yeah.
I got a funny
guys got
one.
in a fight together?
I'll tell this one. This is one of the funniest stories I've ever.
Which paintball?
No, the fucking downtown.
Oh, yeah.
That was insane. So, first off, Jermaine's a hothead for people who don't know. Not anymore, but you used to be.
I admit it.
We went downtown
I thought it was fair.
to go party, and there's like 15 of us. I'm talking about there's like
This was my fault, though.
no, I know.
No.
Yeah, it was. This was your fault. I'm gonna tell you how.
All right.
This is a true story, and it was 100% his fault. 100%. We went out downtown.
You remember?
both of our exes,
Yeah.
a couple other girls. This is a whole group of us.
Yeah.
We were leaving a venue. It was like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
and we're walking down the street, and everybody's like kind of like we're all in front of each other. We're not walking like as a group, like all scattered, like 10 feet in front of each other. So it doesn't. People looking wouldn't even think we're together because there's people all flowing in the streets. But there's like 15 of us moving in this group.
Where are you in Florida?
Yes, because the clubs all lit up at the same time. So we're like walking away. And I see these two dudes. I could feel it, man. I remember thinking this I still have this to my day. I felt this like this 10, 15 feet away. These guys are like fucking with people. They're going up to people and singing stuff, and they pull down one guy's pants and like being silly. And Jeremiah is holding hands with this girl, and one of the guys tries to like walk through his hands and like breaks him and his girl holding his hands, and then says something like, he says a Fat Joe lyric to Jeremiah. He goes, "If it just don't dance, we just put on your, what's that song? Rock Away.
Yeah, Rockaway, yeah.
Something, put on your pants and do the rock away." Jeremiah was like, "What? What the fuck?" That's what literally started because he broke the hands when you were holding your hands. You're like, "What the fuck's your problem?" Then he said the Fat Joe lyric. You're like, what's up with you, dude? Next
Again,
thing you
not my
know,
fault. I literally looked at him, and then we started talking back and forth, mouthing off. I realized, like, okay, you know what? Like, Austin's, and then, just got to the league. I'm like, you know what? Let's just all go our separate ways. I turn around, and we all start walking to the cars. Everything is okay. Meanwhile, me and Austin don't know our sister and this girl that was with those guys were going back and forth.
Oh, so she's fiery too.
Callie?
a little bit.
She's fiery.
A little look who curves goes far.
Yeah. So now me and Austin are like walking together, and I like look back. I'm like, Callie, like I'm like, come on. And all of a sudden, like we see my sister's like head snap back, like
Yeah, one of the girls mushed
Like
her head back.
pulled?
No. She like one girl put her fingers in Callie's face and mushed her head back.
yeah. So after that,
It was a circus.
Wait, so what happened after? What do you mean
They didn't
after?
re-
What do you mean? What does that mean
these two
after that?
guys
Like
were with
brawl?
a girl. These two guys were with a girl. So there's 3 of them. They didn't realize there was like 18 of us together walking. So when they
everybody was
started
like
it,
across the street, like we're all in different
we all
areas.
saw it together, and everybody rushed in. They wouldn't let me go. I
Wait,
didn't. I
well, yeah, you don't-
didn't get
you have
into
the most
it.
to lose, right? You have the most to lose.
They wouldn't let me fight.
No.
Someone was holding me,
Yeah.
but my little brother Spencer
Spencer,
grabbed me and was like, "You can't go in there."
No.
So I walked the other way. I completely walked away. When this fight
You
started,
just hear,
Spencer pushed me like, no chance, I'm not letting you buy me. And I started walking to the car. I just took with the girls and we started walking. I'm just looking back, watching. And I'm seeing these poor bastards, man. One of these kids
stomped and
no, it wasn't too bad, but like this kid gets picked up by his arms by the 6'10" or 6. We had somebody's like 6'10", 270 with us, bro. Picks him up and puts him in a jam, and someone is just giving him body shots. Just rocking this. This guy's just like taking it. Jeremiah and his friend are just. I remember Jeremiah was like, "You did something you like wow." I've never seen someone wind and punch. This is like Popeye. He fucking went like I've never seen someone get that type of momentum to punch somebody.
Bro,
Jeremiah was like, boom,
this dude Julian went flying, bro.
boom. He kept like winding up, bro. He's like winding. Boom. I was like, this guy's like, I was like, what is going on?
It was comedy. Bro.
I just saw it from like 100 yards. But they weren't like bad guys, man. They were just drunk.
Yeah.
We were
having a good time, and then they ran into us. Who these guys were drunk. A line can be crossed, and the next thing you know, like you know how it is when people are drinking, like just stupid shit happens.
Yeah.
I wasn't involved in it. I've always wondered what would happen if I would have got in there and just got a clean one off.
Were you involved with that one locker room one?
Oh yeah, no, I was in the middle of that. The Clippers fight.
Yeah.
That shit started in the game, man. We beat them. I didn't even play. I had a suit on.
Say the
You had a
team,
suit on,
Say
that's
the
right.
say the team it was against.
It was the
Houston
Clippers
Rockets.
versus the Rockets fight. I had a suit on with a boot on. It was an emotional game. It was Chris's first game back.
Yeah.
And we wanted to beat him bad. You know what I mean? Chris had left and teamed up with James in Houston. I was so mad I didn't play that game. I was hurt. That was during when I hurt my foot. Anyways, we're beating them, and there's a lot of trash talk going on.
It's Blake's team now. It's like Blake's.
Yes, Blake's team.
It's
So
Blake's
Blake
team.
was involved in a lot too. You know, Blake was talking his shit, and he was busting their ass too. And we were beating them.
They
and
just
didn't
like hate
it.
each other when they got traded.
It just was competitive, man. It just gets competitive, and at that point on that stage, you know, you're all wired a little hot. We don't actually. It's not like once the game's over, we all get in our cars. We don't want beef. We're not like
Yeah.
drive-bys and shit. Like it's all in the court. It stays at the court.
Yeah.
But it got to that point where you start talking, and it goes from like sorry ass it to you're a bit. You know, that's the next step, right?
You're calling someone a
Basketball talk's one thing. Once you start calling people names and saying this and this and this, or we could do this, I'll bet. Now we're in a whole different, you know, that happens. And it goes quick. It usually starts here, and then within 2 sentences, someone says the B word or something like that, and it's out. And Blake was Blake's a little hothead too, or he was, not anymore, but he's a big guy. You know what I mean? And we're all hotheads. Fuck. We all have egos, and we were all young at that time. And I got into it with Trevor Ariza. I didn't say anything disrespectful. I was doing basketball trash talk.
Yeah.
Because he was trash talking me. We were trash talking. We were all, you know, I was like, all I said, I go, bro, you a 3-and-D guy, and you don't play no defense, and you can't shoot the three right now. I go, so what are you? I was just, again, I'm just talking shit. Because
Yeah.
Trevor Ariza could shoot the three,
Yeah.
and he's a really good defender.
Yeah.
So I don't even know why my words bothered him. I was just trying to talk shit. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
we were all talking shit. They were talking shit to our bench. We were all talking back. So this is, mind you, this is like, you know, I'm in the suit telling him this.
Oh
So-
yeah, you're not even playing.
So he's looking at me like, what the fuck you talking about, bro? Like going back at me. So we start going back and forth. And I'm like, I don't know what he's like saying something about, you know, hey, I'll put my hands up. I was like, brother, I'm not scared of you. I'm just saying, you know, that shit. Like, go talking our shit. I'm in the locker room 15 minutes later. Again, game ends out. It ends nasty. A lot of back and forth.
Y'all won.
We won. Refs clear the court. We're all in the locker room. And bro, I'm sitting there on my phone with a boot on and a suit, just sitting in my locker room. Pops had just finished his post-game speech in the
Yeah.
locker room. I feel something coming towards me, and I look up, and it's fucking Trevor Ariza is speed walking over to me, like he's
How big are these locker rooms? Like 20 feet away? Speed walking to you?
no he got, I don't know how he got in the locker room. We were in the locker room. I'm sitting in my chair.
There wasn't a secret. There was a secret
There's
door.
a tunnel. There was a service tunnel that the service people used to, for the food.
And Chris
the service
Paul knew
industry.
about it.
That was in between locker rooms. Chris knew it because he played for the Clippers for years, so he knew how to connect. He knew how to connect from the visiting locker room to the away team locker room. And honestly, most players knew the locker room was there. It's not like Chris is some mastermind. This isn't fucking National Treasure with Nicholas.
Let me show you guys this.
Like, it's not
National
like,
Treasure.
Like,
not like
I
fucking-
was thinking heavyweights.
yeah, there's
Come
no-
here, I want to show you some
there's no
stuff.
scrolls being read, and he's like, to the left. And they just, everybody that played kind of in that Staples Center knows that the locker rooms are too close to each other. The visiting and the home are right next to each other.
Yeah.
It's the Lakers locker room, Clippers locker room, visiting. We're all right
It's
next
very
to each
sneaky.
other. And there's a service tunnel that connects all three. So these fucking guys, like 15 of them, are going through the back tunnels. And Trevor's just running towards me. I'm like, whoa. So I get up off my seat.
In the boot.
Yeah, in the boot. I like lob up. He's like, what you all this shit? Comes right at me. gets intercepted by Blake. Blake grabs a goddamn. I remember at one point, but when Blake intercepts him, it was chaos. They kept fumbling in. Police started fumbling in. Trainers, all the coaches, everybody's in there grabbing and screaming. I'm swinging at Chris. I've never swung at. I remember I swung at Chris like twice. And I was like, someone ripped my. I'm getting excited here. someone ripped my jacket, and like, you know, I'm talking to Chris. Chris is yelling. Gerald Green.
Oh, you're scrapping.
Bro, Gerald Green runs in the room, has his hands up before he even looks at anybody. He's like, he looked like goddamn lion off Wizard of Oz. He walked in, he was like, put him up. Put him up. Like, bro, he walked in there and was searching for like someone to fight. I remember he walked in there like, I was like, whoa, this is getting out of hand, man. And it just was chaos. At one point, I look at Blake. He goes to his locker and grabs his little soup can. He had a little soup can that he drank like bone broth with, like before the game. You know, he's like a specimen. He's built like Godzilla, bro.
He is built
grabs the fucking can.
He is built like Godzilla, bro.
Bro, this guy is built. When this guy would walk in the locker room and like walk around, him and DeAndre Jordan at one point really looked like Greek goddess. They looked like fucking like this chill. Like it looked like they were made out of like clay. Like there's just someone made them like a specimen, bro. And the way he could explode, people really forget before the injuries. Like Blake was a specimen of a human being, bro. You know what I mean? And him and DJ are in there wrestling around, like tossing guys, bro. Blake grabbed his goddamn soup can, and I just remember someone grabbed his arm, and he was like, I was like, holy shit, we gonna kill somebody with that, bro? They put the can down and they calmed everybody, but they were going at Blake. They're talking crazy to Blake too, so I don't think he was gonna do it.
Wasn't Dad screaming like, close the doors?
Yeah, he was like, close the door, Austin, stop, grab Austin. I'm in there, my shirt, I had the nice, I had a Tom Ford goddamn dress jacket. James was like in the background, like, hello.
Defend the door. Defend the wall.
Hold
the door.
Hold door, bro.
Hold door.
Yeah,
Did anyone get hit in the face? Like
no, man. There's too many people. I'm talking about people rusting. There's like a mosh pit of people grabbing and just ripping each other's.
Man, what a time! What a moment!
No one ever wanted. No one ever wanted to really hurt somebody. If Blake really wanted to hurt somebody,
he could.
And DJ,
that soup can, if that shit would have got loose.
He grabbed it to scare him. He's like, "Get out of here!" You know, like it wasn't like he was gonna hit nobody with it, but like he's just too large of a human being to be hoisting.
Yeah, that's a.
So it was just
the fact that you grab like I'm just thinking like a Campbell's
That's
soup
what
can.
In my mind,
it was like a metal lunchbox can, something like that.
Oh,
Like
thermos cup.
Just grabbed it. And we're like, whoa. Yeah, that was some nutty shit, man. I had that Clippers team was in some same moment. There's something that I wish I could even say, and I just can't. I can't do it to the person. There's some nutty stories, bro.
I bet, man.
Just like,
but that one was wild. I had a call with Trevor Ariza the next day. He was like, "Young blood, I'm sorry, man. You know my emotions got the best of me, bro." He was cool. He's really cool. Man.
Trevor's
he was a
cool,
vet too, man. Like I love Trevor's game. I never had a problem with Trevor. I was just talking shit. I said like, you ain't making threes, then you don't play. That's the weakest line ever. He's like, "Fuck you talking about, bro?" But you know,
no, it's just heat of the moment stuff.
Yeah.
The next day, you're like,
it's also I was in a boot. I'm in a suit. I'm the lightest man over there on that damn bench. And my dad's a coach. This fucker saw me and was like, "Oh, you."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's that thing. I wasn't going for it either. I'm like, brother, I don't give a fuck what you see over here, man. Like, I'm talking my shit back as you're supposed to.
Right.
And then it got to that level. People who know me know also I have no problem with anybody. I will go at anybody.
Yeah.
I'll take it out. I have no problem losing. I'll come back and search another W one time. I'll get you. I'll catch you slipping.
Yeah.
I got a couple guys on the list.
that's how I am too. I've always been the underdog, but I'm also one of the guys that like,
I'm all over the place.
I get a little hot headed and I'll do it.
Well, I think it's like you said, Austin could be the easy target. He's light skinned, he's a coach's son, so it's like he's the one that everybody wants to be like, I'm gonna choose you. But then like you realize like, nah, Austin's don't put up with no shit, bro.
No,
But
it's like
they just expect him to.
I mean, there's guys who have done cheap shots at me and then talked about it, and you know they've claimed this and that, and you know all these things. I'm just like, bro, these people I don't even know personally either. But I don't back down from any of them. I think sometimes that could piss them off even more. I don't know. I don't really. I don't have any beefs with anybody. But
I feel like that's what has made you so successful. I mean, you've always carried that energy with you, chip on your shoulder, and you've always stepped up to any challenge. If a game's on the line, I don't care what team Austin's ever been on.
I'm usually in the game.
I'm always like, get this fool the ball. Yeah. Austin got no problem shooting the shot.
That's a whole energy.
If I could get a shot off, a good shot off, like with a game close, especially like even on the line, bro, I'll fucking knock that shit down.
Yes,
bro.
you will.
Yeah, I really will.
Look at the playoff games he's had for every team.
Yeah, I always wish like in certain moments we'd lose a game, and I'd be jealous if like a ball bounced and went to a player and he got a free shot and missed it. I'm like, bro, if you give me one of those, dog, where I'm like, someone gets to know, because the shot's always going to go to the best player, right? So that's not going to be me.
Unless they double him.
Yeah, unless they double him and he has to pass. But like that'd be the best situation, bro. You like get one, you're like,
Yeah.
The one team I wish you would have played longer for
Knicks.
was the New York Knicks.
Yeah.
Because Austin played for them, had huge games with them during the bubble. No fans. Like, New York fans, like,
I
love
remember
Austin.
watching those.
The New York fans love Austin because he kind of has that New York swag, that energy. And Austin was putting up, he had some really big games. Was it the Utah Jazz game where you scored like,
Yeah, a couple. There them twice.
yeah.
I don't know, Street. I played well there, man. It just didn't work out. Tibbs wanted Derek there.
Yeah.
I was this guy.
Yeah.
And
He ended up leaving right after that, though, right?
yeah, he's there for a couple years.
He's there for
for like
2, 3
years.
years. They wanted to go to a game where like the New York crowd's just like behind Austin and like.
Oh,
bro,
yeah,
you
man,
imagine
yeah,
that
I got
energy?
the Garden.
Garden's crazy.
Garden?
And also, I
Garden's
fit in with
nuts.
those guys. I liked all those guys. A lot of those guys are gone now. Team's different.
It is.
Obi's gone. And
Obi's gone. Quickly's
RJ
gone.
Quick. You know, Nerlens Noel, Alec Burks.
You played great when you came in with the
I love
Nuggets.
Denver. I
I
playing with
loved
Denver.
when you
I
played
know,
with
the Denver
us.
years were
Dude,
dope.
Yeah,
I
we went and
remember
got
watching-
that series, bro. We
Yeah,
beat
that was
Portland.
huge.
After that, they dismantled after that kind of.
You had a big Portland game.
Hell yeah. I played with that whole series. I averaged like 15. I was hooping.
Yeah, he was hooping.
You always
And
hooped
I got
against
bet,
Portland. That's the eye thing,
bet
right?
minimum after that year.
Wasn't your eye thing?
No,
against
that was
Portland?
Clippers.
That was Clippers.
But yeah,
That's
it was
my
a-
favorite
that was
game
against
of
Portland,
yours.
right?
Portland game.
Wasn't that against
I forget.
Portland
I
when you
forgot
got
about
hit?
that. That's one of my better moments too.
That's my favorite moment.
I
of
You
forgot
yours.
got
about that.
rocked.
Yeah, fucking Al Farik Aminu, man. I got like this fucking 6'10" skinny South African elbow, just right to my face.
Bony as hell, bro.
Just the boniest of boniest, man. He had an elbow on his elbow. This fucking guy just ripped open my goddamn eye socket. And I remember, like, I'm puffed up in the locker room. Sam's like, hey, your father needs you. He's all or nothing. You're a free agent. Go for it. Go get it. He's so
So what do you
motivational,
do?
bro.
Yeah.
He'd like be in my ear too. I'm just hearing it. It's like, go get it. I can't say no to that, bro. I went out there and I had
Wait,
a
you
game
got,
of my
what, you
life.
got stitched up at the
20.
Yeah, it was
I mean,
20. It's 22 stitches, bro. 22.
what, like
stitches.
in the locker room?
Huh? Yeah, they just like put it in, bro. These guys like wiring my eye. I'm like yelling.
Austin's eye is shut.
It's totally shut. He's just badging it up.
But
here.
did they give you some stuff though, like
Hell
some shots?
no. We had time. I was in there for like 7 minutes. I was in there for like 15 minutes, bro.
All of a sudden, I'm watching the game. I'm like, Austin's coming back in.
Wait, they don't give you
Well,
any
I got
pain
to the
meds?
game and I was so fucked up. Dad grabbed me before I got in. He goes, "You sure?" And I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "You good?" I was like, "It's like, how bad is it?" He goes, "Austin, it's bad, man." He's like, "If you get hit again, man, you could really hurt yourself. You could, he's like, you might lose your fucking eye." I was just like, "Fuck." I was like, "I don't know if I want to go in now." I was like, "Thanks,
I
Pop."
was feeling good.
was motivation,
Sam just like got me all fucking juiced up. I'm out here feeling like goddamn Willis Reed after with the Knicks game. I'm like walking back in, and I knew it was bad when fans I would get fans' reaction to me walking up the court. People like, I was like, what the fuck? Why you do this? People were just like, yo, respect, man. This is crazy. You're back in the game. I'm like, oh, it's really fucked up. And then I just couldn't see out of it at one point. It was just like this, bro. I'm like out there
You played
playing
the whole
like this.
second half?
Bro, I was hooping.
Yeah, Austin
You had
was
like
hooping.
21, right?
Yeah, I was hooping. At that point, I was playing under so much pain and adrenaline. I just was just I was just going out there and hooping. I just feel it. Just my eye felt hot, and just like I just kept feeling like blood flow down my face. But it was like Sam was great though. Sam was like, "You're doing it. You're doing it. Keep going. You're doing it, Peter.
You're doing it. You're doing it. You're playing. You're playing with it.
Yeah, no, he was yeah, and that was probably the proudest moment I've seen my dad in the NBA game. After the game, I remember he like was outside of the locker room before I got back there. And it's just him out there, and he just grabbed me and hugged me. And he was like, "Man, that's one of the craziest things I've ever seen."
Yeah, it was
Dude, most
awesome.
guys go to hospital.
Yeah,
and
he's
they're
like,
done.
they wanted me to go to the hospital. The guy was like, if he goes out there and gets hit again, he could lose his eye. They were worried about infection because there were big wounds, and they were right under my eye and above my eye.
sweating, bleeding,
And I was
Yeah,
sweating and
bacteria.
bleeding.
hands,
Getting
like,
other people's hands. He's like, if someone hits you again or gets an elbow or a finger in there and rips that thing wide open, he goes, it could get nasty.
Yeah, but you're a different breed though, dude.
It's not even that. I just, what, bro? I like to, yeah, thank you. Appreciate
dude.
you, man. I'll take credit for it. But
Most people are going to the hospital.
And that
Think
moment,
about
I
the-
just
Or
was
just
really
not
thinking
Yeah,
about,
or
like,
just sit
I
on the
had an
bench.
opportunity to play. Chris was hurt. Blake was hurt. Those guys were down. It was just like, I have to play in this game.
Yeah.
It's such a good opportunity. I get to go out here and hoop. I was like, fuck it, I'm going out here and hoop. And we did. We lost, but I played well, and it was fun. And after that, everything kind of changed. It got a lot better. I think the perspective of people really saw like, oh, this guy really is a hooper. That's the annoying part. People really don't understand. That's why when you said early on the nepotism, like people really don't understand. I am such a gym. I am a hooper, man.
Yeah.
I live and breathe this basketball shit. Like I'm obsessed with it, and I will for the rest of my life. When I'm 50 years old, I'm gonna be wearing out your dads, man, at LA Fitness. I'm gonna be giving all your guys' dads 50 and 40 and talking shit. I'm gonna wear them the fuck out.
A month ago, Austin hit me up like, yo, about to just get it running, stay in shape.
Yeah,
like,
with the
he's like, yo, come play. And I haven't played a ball in 3 years.
You haven't played since the LA court.
I haven't played since
Right?
COVID. I haven't picked up a ball in 3 years.
Yeah.
it's crazy.
So I'm like stretching for like half an hour, just like trying to get my body ready. And I get out there, and me and Austin just like running this court, bro. Like, it kind of felt like old times. It kind of felt like, I was like, oh shit.
we were dominating.
And Austin's like, yo, tell him about the first move I made. Austin, everyone looked at me
I
like,
get the
yo.
ball and this is a little jab shake. It felt like double. You ever seen the movie Double Team in Disney?
Oh,
It was like fucking. There's a pump.
With 8 minutes.
Jeremiah gets the ball and was like, this is like fucking double team pump. Gets to the basket and does like a Circus Soleil like Jordan layup. We're all like, what the fuck was that, Jeremiah? It's his first play. He hadn't played in like 3 years. He like ran down the court. He like felt awkward running back on. He's like, whoa. I don't even think he
I
expected
didn't know
it.
I could even do that, bro. I jumped up way higher than I expected to. I was like kind of in there.
We
for
had like all of our old friends who used to play. It's all like
Yeah.
6'5" guys. We're out there just destroying these guys. Man, I had a fucking 6'9" guy named Rico. He's a plumber guarding me. Like, it was fucking nuts, bro. This guy was just coming to get like a workout in, and he's like getting back down, and we're like tip slamming and shit.
Also,
Throwing
what a
lobs.
terrible name for a Disney movie. Double Team.
double team.
That's the
It
name
definitely
of
did-
that's the
definitely
name
didn't age
of what?
Didn't age well.
Disney at that time was a daring time. They used to subliminally like have little like
They did.
yeah. Come on, man. There's no way you had a team called Double Team and didn't think anything crazy of that. You know what I mean?
That guy knew what he was doing. I wonder in like 10 years, 15 years, when you're retired,
You can be golfing.
can't get into the golf.
You're like
Golf,
really
man.
good at golf. I got to question you as a father. You're spending way too much time out there on the golf course. Think about it, man. I'm not talking about it. If you don't do it as your profession,
Yeah.
then you have to work. And then after work, you have to. Golf is not something you can't go get shots up for 40 minutes, man. It's 8 hours, bro. You're playing like 9
Yeah.
holes, and then eventually you get to 18 holes. You're gone all day.
Yeah, and it's boring.
They come home. and,
Meanwhile,
like,
our
you're
dad's out there playing fucking 36.
playing 36 holes, bro. He'd come and kiss my forehead at like 10 p.m., bro. I'm like, where have you been? I haven't seen you in 2 weeks. The first thing he comes is touchdown is go touch that green. Every guy I know that golfs, all of them golf all day. And then
All
I'll go to
day.
the pool and see them check in. The kids be bad as shit, just fucking throwing ice cream on the other kid, and kids fucking eating a booger off a wall. I'm just like, bro, this is because his fucking dad's been golfing for 16 hours a day.
wall?
You have a booger wall.
Yeah, the golfing, I don't
I'm
know.
just kidding, man. I'm just kidding, guys. I
We
love
just having
golf.
fun. We just having fun. We just having a laugh.
What's one of your best memories with your dad off the court?
One of my best memories with my dad off the court. One day he came home and from I don't know where he was. He came home from work early. It was like, "Do you want to go fishing?" And took me in a boat and we went fishing and talked for like hours.
Our dad?
Psych, that never fucking happened.
I was like, wait, what?
That never
I was like,
happened. Are you
psych.
fucking kidding me, bro?
I'm about to be like, God damn,
We had
man.
Thanksgiving this year, man. This guy is just chomping at the bit to get out of that family thing. This guy, he was the first. I've never even seen him cut the turkey in 20 years. This guy grabbed the turkey. He was like, it wasn't even done yet. He's like cutting it, like, let's eat and get out of here. He wanted to go on the course or something. I don't know. My dad, he was great. He's a great father. He just, in terms of like the family man, like the touchy feely, that wasn't really his thing.
No.
Tough love.
Yeah, not the toughest love.
No, not a
He was
tough
in
love, no.
between.
In between.
He was just busy. You know what I mean? Of course. You know, look at all the shit he was doing.
NBA head coaches, bro, they're the busiest human beings.
Yeah, it's, players
Busiest
just got to
job.
show up and play. Coaches, you got to prepare and game plan, and
After
the
you lose,
hours,
you got
your
to
whole
watch
life
tape.
consumed.
you gotta watch tape. It's like you're there all day. It's a full commitment. So,
It really is.
and then again, he golfed. So you have that and golf. Like, bro, it's just a lot of time. You know what I mean? But he
That's
did his
wild.
thing. He did his thing.
Yeah.
He was great for us. Obviously, my mom was super mom and held it down.
Yeah, super mom.
But my favorite moment with him, I don't know. We've had like a lot of little ones.
I mean, honestly, getting drafted was dope. Like that, all the whole family was there.
Yeah,
We
that,
were all
that
in
was
the
that was
green room,
surreal.
like-
Getting drafted with him was great. Winning my first state championship in front of him. Honestly, me hitting the Carolina shot, he was there off the court. There's a lot of stuff like that. Little examples, draft nights, big nights. I don't have like a moment where like he grabbed me and hugged me and was like, "Listen, son, I'm proud of you, brother."
He didn't have, like not one like that Simba moment when he's like on the
Yeah,
rock.
he's not
like,
fucking like my dad didn't like. Yeah, that that wasn't the type of environment it was.
Yeah.
no.
But yeah, he was dope.
We got tight based off of movies. My family was obsessed with heavyweights growing up. And then you guys watch heavyweights, and not a lot of people know. Like most people I ask,
in camp.
yeah, congratulations, Mr. Sims.
Get on the scale. Step off the scale.
I do this all the time.
Lunch
and
is
it's
canceled due to lack of motivation.
Yeah.
Deal with it.
due to lack of hustle.
Funniest part, people don't realize what Disney, the movies they made back then, you couldn't make now.
Nah.
No.
This guy was in the crowd, I see the next president of the United States. Looks
see a
at the
famous
one black
rap
kid, he goes,
artist.
I see the famous rap artist. He's like, what? Disney would never do that now.
Bro.
That's like some.
You can't even make a movie about fat camp anymore.
We do like a movie of the week and a song of the week.
There
And
you
this week, our movie of the week was
Hook.
Hook. I heard you do a hook.
I used to. I can't do it anymore.
What? I don't even know what that sounds like.
What?
Like
I used to say like
the
don't
Dustin
you dare
Hoffman one,
try to
right?
stop me, Shmee.
Yeah.
Don't you dare. I used to have it.
He got it. You know, he still got it.
Smee.
It's
What is
tough.
it? What
It's
is
like
it?
a raspy, deep, like
Yeah.
How does he? I'm trying to think of what he.
Shmee, get off your ass. Shmee, get off your ass. I forgot the lines.
I'm trying
but
to
he
think
used
of what he
say
says. Dustin Hoffman was so good at
it.
as
It was
Hook,
unbelievable in that movie. Don't you dare try to stop me, Smee. Don't you dare try to stop me, Smee. Get off your ass. Come stop, yeah.
though. Smee, come stop me.
Come stop me, Smee. Yo, I feel like
Smee.
Peter
What about
fucking
Smee?
Fly- Yeah.
Peter fucking flying past.
That movie's so fucking funny
It's
too,
so
man.
funny.
Holy
Can't
shit.
fly.
That's my kids.
Can't-
That's my kids.
Can't fly. Can't crow.
You can't fight. So you can fly, you can fight, and you can.
Oh, yeah, who's a fat kid there? My mother.
Yeah, the guy with the marbles.
Remind me of my mother.
That movie's sad too, man.
is.
This guy.
Fucking song the girls sing, it makes you
Oh,
want to
yeah.
cry.
Toodles. No, not Toodles. It was Thug.
All my friends.
On the boat, and all the
Yeah.
pirates were just looking at her like.
Now I know it's
Did you know that was Glenn?
when I'm here alone. Isn't that a wonder? She's killing that shit.
Yo,
Do you know that was Glenn Close in the Boo Boo Box?
it's a woman.
Oh, no.
That's Glenn Close,
Boo
the
Box
actress.
is a woman.
Boo Boo Box. No, that's
a
Glenn
woman, bro.
Close.
Yeah.
I had no idea till like 2 years ago.
I've always had this like imagination. We'd run into Rufio and just start going bar for bar at the dinner table scene.
Oh, yeah. The dissing scene. You
Monk
rude,
tongue?
rude dude, bag of pre-food. Pre-chew
Prison
food
barber.
dude.
Yeah, what is that? The Robin Williams one? Bag of fruit, dude.
Oh yeah,
You're a Paris.
you're a paramecium brain. What's a paramecium brain?
He's a math tutor, prison barber.
Monk tongue.
Monk tongue.
That's such a great scene. All right, so if you could pick 4 actors on your Rushmore, who do you got on there?
I'm gonna go Christian Bale. I'm gonna go Denzel.
Mm.
I'm gonna go Christian Bale, Denzel. I'll probably go Mount Rushmore. I'd probably go Leo. My 4th would be I'm trying to think of like one of my favorite actors. It might not be everyone's, but I like so many movies he's been in. I love Tom Hanks. He's a fucking legend.
Ooh, I didn't see Tom Hanks one coming.
Dude,
a good one.
zero misses.
He has some misses. Everyone does. Circle was that's an interesting movie. Him and Emma Watson.
Yeah,
that
Circle.
movie was nuts.
I'm thinking like old
Circle?
Tom Hanks with
The
Emma
Circle.
Stone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But he's iconic, man. This is, Forrest Gump to, this guy was Woody
Dude,
and
Castaway?
big. Is big and Castaway and Toy Story. And,
Sleepless in Seattle.
Sleeps in Seattle.
You got
he's
Mail.
got
You got
iconic.
Mail.
Yeah, he's got some bangers.
I'm the captain. Whatever the fuck that one. I didn't see it. But
Captain Phillips.
Captain
Phillips.
People like
That was
It was good.
Who's your top 4?
Paul Newman,
Brando.
probably Christian Bale, De Niro,
Oh, I forgot about De Niro.
and probably Daniel Day-Lewis. Daniel Day or Denzel. I'm gonna do Denzel because Daniel Day hasn't been in enough.
Hasn't been enough. I
Yeah.
got Denzel. I got Tom Cruise.
Good one.
I got
Tom Cruise is an icon. And the fact that he does his own stunts is nuts. The shit he does in Mission Impossible is like, no one's ever done it.
It's
This
crazy.
guy like jumped off a cliff 6 times, did like 6 takes. You've seen that video?
On the motorcycle.
Yeah, the director's just like, holy shit, this guy's nuts.
You could die on any of those.
Any of those you could die. He's
Yeah.
jumping off of a cliff with a motorcycle and parachuting down, and the fucking motorcycle goes and blows up. This guy's like a
Yeah.
real action star.
And like one of it doesn't open.
and then he's like,
Yeah.
it didn't work. He's like, let's do it again. He kept doing it. Like,
he's an adrenaline junkie.
bro,
Cars, motorcycles.
pulling onto a plane. Like, he's nuts. He's
Yeah.
insane. He's definitely up there.
and the last 2 are tough because like
Wait, you got Denzel and Tom.
Tom, but then like do I go like
You
Pacino?
go Matthew McConaughey.
Do you do Pacino? Like no
Matthew McConaughey,
Pacino.
Interstellar, Dallas Buyers Club,
Jack Nicholson?
Dude, I love him in The Gentleman.
The Gentleman. He's fucking
Oh,
fire. in The
Gentleman's
Gentleman.
so
I
good.
love him in The Gentleman.
Gentleman's so good.
Got a
Did you
lot of
touch
icon-
my wife?
my wife?
That. It's just, I love him in that.
Ah man, it's tough. It's tough to do 4. Honestly,
Well,
I'll do Pacino
There you go.
and I'll finish with Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt's a good one.
He's dope.
That's a good one.
Big Brad Pitt. Man.
There you go.
Well, dude, appreciate you.
Yeah.
Appreciate you guys,
so
man.
much
Thank you guys for having me, man.
Thank you. That
Yeah,
was
it was
fun. Thank you guys so much for watching. The only way to watch the full uncut version of this is the link down below for the menu and newsletter. That's where you get all the 5-star review products as well as the full playlist curated by Jeremiah. Thank you guys for watching.